Yo, what it do, man? This is your boy North End Floyd, man. And we have another episode, man. I'm back after the Visionary Awards, man. And I just want to say, your boy didn't bought home best podcast, man. Hold on. Yes. Let's do one more time. One more applaud, man, for bringing home best podcast. You know, I didn't win best podcast last year, and I was a little upset for sure. I was. But like I said, it was the ego that got me because instead of telling people to vote for me like you should, like how they have it set up, I didn't really tell people that, bro. I told people like 2 days before the voting ended. I was like, look, man, y'all go ahead and vote for me. I'm just thinking I had it in a bag off the strength that people was gonna vote, but I didn't. I didn't win it, but I didn't complain, bro. I just stayed consistent, and I wasn't consistent last year from like February to like July. Like I was chilling, I was golfing, and I wasn't consistent. But after the awards, it made me become consistent. It inspired me to go hard. It inspired me to, what I'm saying, to think different, expand the vision. And this past year, man, this past year from last year to last July to August, these past 13 months, bro, it's been incredible. The people that I have met, the conversations that I have, the memories that have taken place, it's been incredible. And them 13 months went quick. It goes quick before you know it. And it's just dope, man. It was just dope. And I think Solomon and his wife, they're gonna be coming on the show for having the vision to create the Southeast Texas Visionary Awards. It makes you think people, when they have a vision, it inspires and it makes a difference in people's lives when you think about it. When you think about it, bro, when you have a vision, you do not know how many people it can affect in a good way. Your vision. If you continue dreaming and grinding on your vision and your goals, that can affect a lot of people in a good way. Them creating the Visionary Awards made a lot of people happy, bro. It created dope moments. Because of their vision, they created some dope moments and memories that some people would never forget. And that's just like how you should think. You should expand on your vision. You should go all out on your vision because that can affect people around you in a great way, in a good way. It's mind blowing. That's why I go so hard because I know my vision and my dreams. If I stay consistent, if I do what I need to do, I can affect my friends and my family in a great way. I can possibly change their lives just because of the consistency I did, because of the hard work that I put in, because of some nights not sleeping, because of the dedication, because of the tunnel vision, because of not listening to people's opinions and their negativity. I can change my family and friends' lives in a drastically good way. And that's what they did. And me holding this podcast of the year trophy, me going to that event with my family, dressing up, wearing a tux for the first time, that is a memory that I will never forget. And that is something that I hope continues to happen throughout my life, going to different award shows all across the world. And I'll never forget the first ones that I went to at the Southeast Texas Visionary Awards where I wore a tux. I was cleaned up, smelling good, looking good, feeling good. Wife was looking good. Daughter was looking good and chilling. She be in home world, she be in home zone or whatever. But I know when she gets older, she'll think back and be like, I remember seeing my dad win awards because of the vision he had, because he had a vision to be one of the best podcasters ever. And I remember when I was younger and I went seen him win an award. So continue with your vision, continue with your dreams, man. Continue with your goals and dream big, bro. Don't, yeah, have small goals for sure. Because small goals can lead up to the big ones. And I always say the small details, I pay attention to small details. Small details matter so much, bro. You keep collecting small details, them details is gonna, before you know it, what you was working on then transcend it to a whole nother level because you was working on those small details. In my podcast, I'm constantly looking at small details to improve the podcast. Oh yeah, he implemented that. He implemented that. Well, if you check it out month by month, you will notice the small details if you pay attention to what I've been doing. Small details matter. And be patient too. Don't be so quick to put something out and don't be so quick to tell people, man. Make sure you have all your checks and balances and make sure them small details is calculated right and just, and that's something I still have to learn to be patient. You got to move precisely, man. You got to move with the right people. And sometimes, man, you can try to help people. You could try to help people with their vision, but some people they really don't want it bad enough. And I'm starting to learn that. I'm starting to learn that I will have high hopes for people, and I see what they're doing, and I see their vision. I see their vision bigger than them on a bigger scale than what they do. I see their vision. Somebody tell me, "Oh, you doing this? Oh, yeah. You know what? I could." In my head, I'm like, "Yeah, I can see you doing incredible things with what you just said." Oh, you doing this? Oh, yeah. In my head, I'm thinking like, "Oh, that's up your alley. That's dope." But I don't see them being consistent. They don't want it bad enough. And I might suggest like, hey, you didn't do such and such. You ain't do that. You didn't do that. I'm like, oh, okay. In my head, right then and there, I'm like, oh, you don't want it bad enough. You just talk about it. You're just in love with the idea of it. And that's the thing, man. People be in love with the idea, but they fall out of love with the work they have to put in. They love the idea. People love the idea, bro. People fall in love with the idea of doing something. But the minute they have to put in the work, they fell out of love with it. Oh, I gotta do that. I'm just gonna continue with the idea of it. I'm gonna just continue talking about it, you know. And I pay attention to that. Some people just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking until it fade away. They let us they try to slip it by like, oh yeah, I remember last year I was talking about. I remember too. And that's why the award show last night, the event last night, it was people in there that are consistent with what they are doing. And I think that was why I was so hyped to go to the event. Cause I wanted to be around people that was consistent. I want to see who consistent up here. If I don't know them, I want to know you. I want to send you a friend request. I want to connect with you. You serious about singing? You serious about rapping? You sing? You serious about acting? You're serious about directing? You serious about poetry, about painting? You serious about podcasting? Yeah. I'm serious about connecting and networking with you then. And that's why I wanted to be at that event so bad, man. Because you can be around people that, it just turns you off. You be around people that they just don't want it as bad as you. And that can low key affect you. That can low key drain you. Just like if you're not around positive people, it could drain you. So shout out to the visionaries out there. If you seeing this, if you watching this podcast, man, and you a visionary and you got dreams and you working hard on it, man, send me a friend request, man. Reach out to me because I'm trying to network with anybody that's trying to get it in whatever field it is, man. I'm not in competition with nobody. If you're a podcaster and stuff, reach out to me, man. We could lock in, we could network. We can make something happen too. We can do a couple episodes together, you know? That's what I'm about. You got your vision, you got your own vision, I got my own vision. It's not going what you doing is not going to affect what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is not going to affect what you doing. You just got to leave them excuses behind, man. And eventually you start seeing the ones who's doing it. You start seeing the ones who are making the excuses, and you see the ones that are really about it. You see the ones that's continually growing and and doing things in life. And that's one thing that I don't like too, man. People can see other people celebrating each other and having a good time. And here come the losers, bro. Here come the ones that's ready to hate and say something negative when they see a whole bunch of people having a good time and doing something positive. I said this before. A lot of people don't know they haters. They're so used to the negativity and they so used to hating on people that are doing things that they don't know that they're a hater. The accountability is not there. Like I said, who want to call themselves a hater? So you got to understand people will hate and they don't know they a hater. Why would you get mad at other people celebrating their success or showing love to each other? What reason would you have to be mad? Because you're not around in that event or you're not in that space either? It has to be that you're not in that space. So you hate from the outside. And that's why I say humans, man. That's why I say if you're doing things, man, if you're a visionary, if you got goals and dreams, holler at me. Get with me. Man, you gotta remove the bad things out your life. And you know what things are bad in your life. You just gotta remove it. It may be hard, but I'm telling you, when you do it, it's worth it. You gotta you know what matters to you, man. It's just the point of doing it. Some people just scared to do it. They and removing those bad things that can be your friends. You can know your friends ain't right, and that's how good people get caught up because they know they friends and they know their family is not right. It's not healthy for them, but they don't have the strength to say, "Man, y'all not good for me, man." And we talked about this on my last episode with this wonderful couple, and they was talking about how the streets can take your identity or they can create an identity for you. And that hit home because we do let the streets take our identity. It's so many homies that I knew growing up, bro, that was so dope in sports, so athletic, man, just winning constantly, man. Basketball, baseball, football. And the streets took their identity and created a different one for them. And that's why, like, man, that street shit, we gotta that street shit like a cancer, man. Because all it do is take, take, take. It don't give. It don't give. And then we be glorifying it. We let these rappers out here glorify the street life, like getting money and getting women. They don't glorify, what I'm saying, the homies getting shot or them going to jail or somebody snitching on them. You know what I'm saying? They girls leaving them while they in. They don't glorify the bad parts. It's only the good parts. But it's a system. The system that the machine that's running them, they're not gonna glorify the bad parts. Why? And so they glorify the streets And so the streets entice the youth and they take their identity. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a scientist. When I was like in the fifth grade, fourth, fifth grade, sixth grade, I wanted to be a scientist, man. The sixth grade is when I seen Bloods and Crips fighting. I was intrigued by that. I was like, yo, the Bloods and Crips. Like all of them, all the homies was wearing blue. Sixth grade, seventh grade, all the homies was the guys that I was going to school with, they was wearing blue. I say, what's going on? Shit, we Crips. I say, Crips. So that's my friend. That's all I was hanging around. So eventually what you hang around is what you become. And see how the streets can easily take your identity. So I went from wanting to play soccer and be a scientist to now I'm gang banging. Now I got pride to where I'm from, and that didn't do nothing for me in life. You can have pride where you from without trying to beat up somebody from another side. Like what's the point? Like that's really being a hater. You really just hating on each other. You hating on them because they're from that side, and that side hating on you because you're from this side. And that's why, like, man, I'm like, fuck the streets, man. The streets don't be glorifying anything. Like, I have pride where I'm from. I love where I'm from. I just hate the negative parts. The negative parts what they glorify, because I see bigger and better things from people in my community. I just know people can be more than what they present themselves. Like hanging on the block and all that, man. We could be doing better things than hanging out on the block. We could be like having business meetings. We can be trying to build us a grocery store or a medical center or something like that in our community. We could do a lot of things, but we let the streets take our identity, and they take the community's identity too. I was in Corpus, man. It's mostly Mexicans and whites. It's like 2% black. I'm bored. I'm riding around, and it wasn't nothing to do. I said, man, let me ride around. I just moved out here. Let me get familiar with the city. I go to supposedly the black neighborhood. Why was it the hood? Why was it the ghetto? I'm like, it's 2% black out here. Why the hell is it the hood? Like it didn't make no sense to me that every city that you go to, like the black community is considered the hood. It's like, man, I wanna not go to a city, but I wanna live in a city where the black people are just prospering. And it ain't like you got communities, nice neighborhoods, nice schools. We just gotta change the mindset, bro. We gotta change the mindset, man. We letting this street shit think we let this street shit just take over. Just take over, bro. We just gotta stop blaming other people for our problems, man. But yeah, I ain't trying to get serious like that, man. I ain't trying to get serious. I'm trying to. I'm still like recovering from last night, man. I'm still recovering from, and I'm not talking about the alcohol. I'm still recovering from the good memories. I'm still recovering from just meeting people and walking the red carpet and accepting the award and seeing people that I admire get awards, and just seeing the nominees, and everybody was just dressed fly, and everybody was just connecting, and you see a lot of handshakes and laugh, and it was just a great time, bro. It was like it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, man. So I can't wait till next year. And I know that's a long way from now, but it's just building the brand bigger, man. And there's some things that I want to implement Atlanta and New Orleans, and just taking it to another level and stuff. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. And I think I could build the brand big. I just gotta you really just have to pick like the routine you want to live by. Because how I was saying how consistent I was, like on the weekends, I'm constantly grinding. I'm editing. I'm doing all kind of stuff related to podcasts. And it's like with anything, you just gotta pick the routine that you want to live by, man. Like, what do you want to have discipline in? Just like if you go to the gym, you want to look good, you want that body. Well, you got to be consistent. You gotta have a routine that you go by. You might have to hit the gym in the mornings. You have to eat better, and you can't break that routine because you're not gonna get the results you want. So regardless of what, if it's rapping, if it's cooking, if it's selling clothes, if it's podcasting, if it's acting, if it's directing movies or videos, you have to be disciplined and you have to pick a routine that you want to live by if you want those results. So I got the result that I wanted for this particular for my goals this year. Next year, well, starting now, I have to pick the routine that I want to live by to achieve my next goals. So some things got to change. I have to be focused on different things. I got to create a different habit. Not saying the habit that I have right now is bad, but the habit I have right now is great for all the things that I've achieved now. The things that I want to achieve in the future, I have to develop a different habit. I have to be more disciplined in certain things. So that means that a lot of things that I want to take place, that means that I'm gonna have to make time for. So I'm gonna have to, like I said, you got to remove the bad things out your life, and it might not be bad. It just might not be as good as what you want to implement. So by me removing the bad things, now it has more space in my life, more room in my life for me to develop this routine, this discipline that I want to achieve these next goals at a higher level. And we just go keep grinding. We go keep building. And I ain't perfect. And when I preach positivity, bro, like I'm not, hell, I'm not waking up every morning just positive and smiling and happy. Man, I be cursing too. People annoy me too. Hell, negative comments still affect me too. It don't affect me as much for sure. It kind of roll off my shoulder now, but I'm not immune to all that. I'll cuss you out quick. Yeah, I'll cuss you out quick, man. But I just know that I can't let that negativity stay long with me, bro. I can't let that affect me because it's like I said, man, your vision, your goals, if you stay consistent and you accomplish them, that affects your friends and your family in a great way. By you having a vision, by you having a dream, that can change your friends and family life, bro. Gotta repeat that shit. So yeah, it was an incredible time, bro. I seen artists last night, and I sent a lot of friend requests to people that I admire for what they doing, and that's all I be wanting my timeline filled with, man. That's all I at the particular. I'm happy where I'm at in life right now because I just love connecting with people, good people, positive people. I love connecting with people because I feel like I'm one of them too. I feel like people see me working hard, and I feel like if when people send me a friend request, I feel like they admire what I do. You know what I'm saying? They admire my story, starting off in a kitchen slash dining room or something like that at a computer desk. You know what I'm saying? With an old MacBook and a small ring light. I started with that. and then transitioning and growing to this right here. You know what I'm saying? The goal, be honest with you, I be joking, but I'm serious. The goal is to have Obama. I'm trying to have Obama sitting on the couch, man. I seen an Obama interview, and I seen the dude that was interviewing her, and he's the suit on, and he was not knocking him. He got for where he got for a reason, and he got the suit on. He's talking all proper, and Obama, you could tell like it's kind of like a serious interview. Obama he's talking straight and stuff like that. I want to have a chill, organic conversation with Obama. I want him back there chilling. I don't want him tensed up or nothing like that, bro. And I just want to have like a uncle to nephew type of conversation. And that uncle to nephew conversation where like nephew's 45, 46, and uncle is his age. And we just have a conversation about life, family, goals. You know what I'm saying? What we went through to get to where we at. People we had to let go. The fake people. Being the only person of our color in certain rooms. Just conversations like that. Natural conversations. And I'm looking at that guy and I'm thinking like, I could have a doper conversation with Obama, to be honest with you. And like I said, I'm not knocking that dude, but I mean, I guess, serious conversations are needed sometimes, but I felt like Obama has a lot of serious conversations. But he's never going to have a conversation like the one that he's going to have with me. I feel like in a world of podcasting and interviewing and stuff like that, I feel like I have my own lane because of my personality, because of what I went through. And that's why I always say thank God for the North End, because the North End, it gave me this mindset. It almost took my identity, but I was able to regain it. I didn't let the identity that it tried to give me ruin me. It's kind of crazy because I ain't gonna say I'm a Marvel buff, but I love I pay attention to Marvel. I watch Marvel movies. So when Spider-Man and look, man, don't kill me, man. All the people don't, but when Spider-Man, when he has the black suit, he different. And then he has to shake it off of him. He had to, what I'm saying, the black suit got him all evil, and not evil, but they got him just raw, crashing out. What I'm saying, Venom or whatever. And then once he kind of shake him, he back to normal. But that's how it is. I don't know if that analogy he sounded good or not, but that's how it is with me with the North End. You know what I'm saying? And I have to shake it off. But I still have pride where I'm from. But I develop my own identity. I do what I want. I don't care what people say. And if you are achieving your goals, if you focus on your future and life itself, then you go find the right people that go love you for who you are. You go find the right people that's your vibe, that match your energy. And you're gonna be comfortable with liking whatever you like. And they go be comfortable with that because you the homie. You don't have to fit in. You don't have to try to fit in. You just do. So all my visionaries out there, man, keep dreaming, keep grinding, keep pushing your limits. And a lot of us, we don't get paid for what we do, but we love what we do. And we're grinding to where we can do what we love 24/7. So until then, bro, keep grinding and keep being you, and do not let the opinions of others affect what you got going on. You feel me? Out of here.